She had no money, no trust fund, no family fortune, no Swiss bank account. But what she did have was a fake name, a designer wardrobe, and the nerve to walk into New York's most exclusive rooms and act like she owned them. Because as far as anybody could tell, she basically did. Banks loaned her money, hotels extended her credit, the art world handed her a seat at the table. And for 4 years, nobody asked the one question that would have ended it all. Who exactly is Anna Delvey? And where did all this money come from?
Welcome, stranger.
Secret to society.
Strangers. Society.
Welcome to the secret society.
Strangers?
Welcome back, strangers. I'm your host, Lee, alongside Josh and Jen.
What it do?
Hello.
This is the Secret Society of Strangers, the podcast where we explore history's darkest and strangest events. And today we are continuing our April Fool's series. So last week we did Frank Abagnale Jr., the guy who lied about lying about being a pilot, a doctor, a lawyer, and many other things. And then continued to make a living off of telling people how to not get conned, like he conned everybody.
Continuing to con people and saying, hey, this is how you don't get conned while being actively conned.
Hey, it's so frustrating that these people do what they do. And if Frank frustrated you, this week is going to infuriate you.
Oh, yeah.
This week, we are actually doing something that's a little unfamiliar for us. We are jumping into the modern times. So there are things like social media and cell phones and things that we don't usually deal with.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
Yep. This week, we are covering a young woman that was so confident in her ability to lie that she conned Manhattan's elite, got caught, got convicted of fraud, and is still making money off it today. So, without any further ado, while my blood boils, Josh, let's go.
Yeah. All right. So obviously, let's start off at the beginning, right? And the beginning for this story is about as far from German heiress as you can possibly get. So, like, right off the rip. Anna Sorokin, her real name, not Anna Delvey, was born January 23rd, 1991 in Domodedovo. It's a tongue twister in itself. And that's in Russia, for people that don't know. And it's a working class city about 25 miles south of Moscow. And it's best known, want to take a guess?
Vodka.
International Airport.
Okay.
Put that on your coffee mug. Or you just go and you're like, I went to Domodedovo and all I got was this shitty shot glass.
And searched and sent into a gulag.
Okay. Oh, no thank you.
Her father, Vadim Sorokin, drove trucks, and her mom ran this small convenience store thing, and they were just basically lower middle class and unremarkable by any external measure. So they were just like regular ass people. And in my North Dakota.
You sound like her.
I'm channeling my inner Anna.
Fuck that bitch.
Let's not
Yo,
do
what if I
that.
would have just showed up with like a blonde wig and some
Oh, you should have.
That's how you get a raise.
In 2007, when Anna was 16, the Sorokins immigrated to Germany. They settled near Ischwaller, and that's a small, quiet town outside of Aachen in North Rhine-Westphalia. So, like, back in West Philadelphia. Please don't sue me.
Yeah.
Vadim eventually reached an executive role at the transport company, so like that's kind of like a big come up for him. Mm-hmm. And when that company dissolved back in 2013, he pivoted from trucks to opening up his own HVAC business, and that was really focused on energy efficiency because like I think like everything was stamped energy efficient during those times, like windows, fucking babies, cars, cats, dogs, everything.
Meanwhile, nothing is energy efficient.
Nothing was
No.
energy efficient at all. And so they rented a pretty modest house, and it was in the ballpark around $200,000 worth. So that's a pretty good come up from like a lower middle class family.
Yeah, I mean,
That's the thing, yeah. I mean, really, she had a respectable family, hardworking family that was doing pretty good.
Yeah, man, just living the German dream.
it's not enough.
Apparently not. So, a German investigative reporter tracked him down later and described a man living completely unremarkable life. Like, just, like I said, regular ass dude.
Every single one of us just
Yep.
chilling,
Correct.
living their life.
But I'm fine with it.
Yeah,
because
no.
From what I can see, mo money, mo problems.
Amen.
Facts.
Is, yeah.
And this, of course, was the polar opposite of what his daughter was telling people back in New York. And then Anna attended this Catholic grammar school, and her classmates remembered her as quiet and struggling with German. So, I mean, like, yeah, German is, I feel like that's a hard language to learn.
Yeah, company probably not learning it quick enough, especially for your peers.
Oh, yeah, she was just the new weird kid that couldn't speak German. But she was, though, connected to Vogue, fashion blogs, and like a heavily curated image sharing communities on like, I don't even remember what this is, but it's LiveJournal. But I remember what Flickr is. So she was on LiveJournal and Flickr. And all of this stuff was precursor to Instagram, Facebook. Pretty sure it was before MySpace too, probably.
No,
Same time?
This is in between. At
Space
this
was
point,
way earlier.
Oh yeah,
Well, not
everybody's
way,
merging to
but, yeah.
Facebook from MySpace.
yeah, MySpace at this point is like dying out because Facebook has now allowed people to join Facebook without being part of a college.
Ah, that's right.
So yeah, now everyone's like, check out my Facebook page.
Follow for follow. But yeah, so she was on Flickr and all these other places, and her classmates again described her as someone who could offend with a single mockery. So like she was just like sharp with like quick-witted. She had an insult for something. She's just kind of not a
Yeah.
nice girl.
Yeah. Kind of people we love.
Tiny little sociopaths.
Right.
So after she graduated from this Catholic school in 2011, she basically within months of graduating, she enrolled at Central St. Martin's in London, and that is one of the most prestigious art and design schools in the entire world. Not just Europe, not just wherever, the entire world, people. And she dropped out fast, which is weird.
It required actual work, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you think like, if she was like all into Vogue and fashion and everything, like this would be the place for her to be, though.
We'll find out, I think, in a little while that as much as she's into these things, she doesn't do her due diligence in any aspect of anything. She's very good at name recognition and like reading people. So she just remembers what people want to hear and what names people like or what's fashionable in the moment. And
But she has no value to add.
yeah, she
nothing.
doesn't actually, I don't believe that she could really hold her own, like, for real.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
So after she dropped out of St. Martin's in London, she moves to Berlin and does this brief PR internship and then goes to Paris. It's like, dude, you're just going everywhere all over Europe.
So that's what she's doing. So because of her memory and her skill at, like, remembering detail, she's just going into these institutions, plucking out the information she can use in the immediate aftermath,
Oh, yeah.
and then moving on. Data collection.
Pretty much. So in Paris, she landed this internship at Purple, and Purple is a French fashion and culture magazine. Ooh. And she earned roughly about 400 euros per month, and her parents covered the rent. So they're obviously in a good enough place to help her pay for their rent. Like,
Exactly.
she doesn't
And
need to be doing all this
supporting
extra
her.
shit. Yeah.
It's not like she has absentee parents or they're not supporting her dreams or something.
Yeah, no, this dude, like, Vadim is such a hardworking dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. And during this PR stint, she was 21 years old, and she had discovered something very important. In fashion, if you looked the part and spoke with enough confidence, people simply didn't ask questions. And I personally think that doesn't just relate to the fashion world. Like, you could say anything with so much confidence, and like people will just believe everything you say.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of
But you
bullshit.
can't form long-term relationships because the nature of that is people eventually at some point your best friend gets to meet your parents or maybe or know a
Unless
lot.
you're like that high level of a sociopath and you're just keeping the long con going forever.
Yeah, I guess so.
You have to be able to have at least a way to distance yourself at times. Because
Yeah.
no matter what you do, if you're living like she's living,
Oh yeah.
at any given moment, there's at least one person in your circle that you are actively like conning.
Oh yeah.
So you got to be able to at least go on vacation with another person while that person's trying to figure out where did X, Y, and Z go or whatever.
Sometime between 2012 and 2013, it's not really precise. It's kind of muddy. Anna becomes Anna Delvey. So now she has donned her alias, pretty much just changed her last name essentially. And she originally claimed that Delvey was her mother's maiden name, and her parents were like, no, that makes no, like, no, She obviously later admitted that she had simply invented it. And this choice is pretty revealing, though, if you think about it, because Delvey is pretty vague on its own, and it's faintly European, easily mistaken for German, Dutch, or French. So she's covering all her bases. She's not doing just like random, like, dartboard name, Delvey, boom, got you. It carries basically no history, no family, no verifiable past. Essentially just a blank, clean canvas to paint this picture of what or who Anna is. So here comes mid 2013. She's still working for Purple, and they send her to New York Fashion Week. And I bet you she's just going gaga. She's like, oh, hell yeah, New York Fashion Week, this is the thing. Plot twist, she didn't go back to Paris. She stayed in New York.
So easy to do for someone like this.
Yeah.
She's just dissolved herself into the fabric of New York and disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is where, like, her core fictitious fabrication story comes down and boils down to this simple thing. Anna Delvey was a wealthy German heiress with approximately 60 million euros held in Swiss bank accounts at UBS, and it's tied up in a family trust and therefore not readily accessible all the time. So this is going to keep reoccurring about the money being always tied up. And so to make things even more interesting, the trust fund, she had to make it real on paper, so she fabricated these bank statements using Microsoft Word.
I don't know how you have the confidence to do this.
Just the audacity, pretty much.
And go to like giant banks in Manhattan and like present the fakest of fake documents.
Oh,
Like they've never seen the real deal before.
yeah. Also, like, was watermarks not a real thing? Because, like, she was using the UBS logos pasted all over these, like, Word documents.
I don't know, man.
She also invented fake business manager named Peter Henneke, and he even came complete with an AOL email address. Like, this is how old school this is.
Well, now, yeah, it would have been like a Google,
Yeah, like a Gmail.
a Gmail one, yeah.
So when she claimed that Mr. Henneke had passed, she introduced a replacement named Bettina Wagner, and prosecutors later introduced evidence that she had Googled, and I'm not even fucking around here, how to create a fake untraceable email. That's like Googling how to hire a hitman. Like, that's like right up there. And it's even like she even took it a step further. She used this voice disguising app and to impersonate these made up people when like the hotels or these banks would call. They're actually talking to her, but they think it's somebody else.
I'm exhausted just thinking about
Sociopath.
that.
I would get exhausted trying to keep up the facade.
Yeah, I could never do it.
think I'm a little upset. I never thought to do that myself to scam people. I had
Oh,
one
you
of
can't
those
even
voice
do that
changers
now.
When we were in, I don't even know what grade, like middle school probably, had one of those voice changes, and we were just like,
Oh yeah.
is your refrigerator running? Oh. Like,
Do robots laugh?
the dumbest
Catch
fucking
it.
thing, yeah.
Yep. So yeah, she essentially is running a one-woman operation, pretending to be an entire family office, and the performance of wealth was equally meticulous, which of course you would have to be. I have nothing but based off like documentaries and stuff that I've watched over the years, but the wealthy, they focus on the understated but expensive clothing and jewelry and things like that.
It's all
So,
statements.
yeah, and they
gotta
pay
look the part.
attention to fashion trends and whatnot. So yeah, so I'm sure that she was extremely meticulous in that. But so yeah, she wears Balenciaga, Celine, Yves Saint Laurent, Rick Owens, Alexander Wang, and these are extremely expensive brands.
The
So,
only one I know is Balenciaga.
I'd only heard of, well, I've heard of that, I think, because they've had controversy in ad campaigns, maybe, that might be, and Saint Laurent, but that's it. So she would distribute $100 cash tips to hotel staff for the most minor of tasks. She stays in, of course, luxury hotels instead of apartments, and maintains a curated Instagram presence, because social media is real life, right?
Oh, 100%.
But she documents the gallery openings she's attending, the fashion events, and her international travel, all things you would expect of a wealthy socialite. Sure.
Mhm.
And all of this matters because she wasn't just lying about having money. She was constructing an entire social identity and doing it fluently enough that people with the actual money could not tell the difference.
I wonder if like she like targeted luxury hotels instead of like renting out like pre-furnished, nice upper socialite-esque apartments, because like the hotel you could just easily get it over with. Be like, oh, here's a fake bank statement, but an apartment has so many more like background checks and shit like that. I'm sure.
Yes and no, but because hotels are hard. They want your card as soon as you walk. Like, you can't book the hotel room without giving them a card.
That's what I wondered, and I was trying to remember. I was like, I don't
So in the
how?
movie or in the documentary, she gives cards that don't work. So then, like, after the first few nights of stay, they go to charge the card and it doesn't work, and she like makes up an excuse why. Try this one, try another one, blah 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 blah.
That's
That is
instant
though-
red flags.
Yeah, that is though
Exactly.
partially what she was doing, Josh, is like, yeah, it's easy to hop hotel to hotel. Part of it is that's how a lot of these people live. A lot of these like rich out of country people live in hotels. A lot of these hotels have full-time residents. Like there's a resident side and a guest side. Like they bump.
Yeah, no. Since she didn't grow up like wealthy or nothing. She just had like the idea of like, this is what wealthy people do: hand out $100 tips and just do outrageous shit.
So that is, yeah, I don't know how, like, the tips thing is definitely strategic. There's no way
Oh,
she's
yeah.
not buying the help to be quiet and just move certain things.
Yeah.
You know, if you're giving that person that is taking your fake card multiple $100
They're
tips
not
in
gonna
a
say
day,
nothing.
they might just be like, oh, we had a little problem with your card, but, you know, I'll come back to you later about it. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, no big deal. Your shit declined, but
and then
I
she
know
just
you're good
whips
for
out
it.
100. Oh, here, thanks. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, shit, okay. Going out tonight.
Hell yeah. But she's ramping up her ambitions, right? And the whole centerpiece of the con, and basically what elevated it from small-time grifting to something genuinely audacious, was the Anna Delvey Foundation, or ADF for short. And she basically described it as a Soho house, but for serious art people. And she commissioned a London design firm called Future Corp. Like, that just sounds like something out of Futurama for sure. Made up as fuck anyway, to produce an 80-page pitch deck. So like, she was like super serious about this, but this was for the long con. And plot twist, Future Corp doesn't ever get paid.
Nope.
The brochure outlined a bunch of like rotating exhibits featuring Damon Hirst, Jeff Koons, Tracy M, and Urs Fisher. I don't know any of these people.
Nope,
They're
not a
all
single
artists
one.
and stuff.
No, I know Banksy.
That's
pretty much
the only
it.
one. And you
Yeah.
don't really know him.
Yeah, no, I just know his work. Alongside these big named art folk, she'd have 3 restaurants, a juice bar, this nightclub. Can't forget the bakery, even though I feel like now it would be just like all gluten-free and shit, or it would have just been closed down because everybody did the gluten-free thing. And there would also be a luxury hotel attached to it. So pretty much your one-stop shop for like being rich.
It's just it's a hodgepodge of ideas, and it's a really like a effect of her having to give the best example of each one of those things to the people she wanted money from.
Oh yeah.
So it's like the best version of all the restaurants because she wants a restaurant investor. So it's the best art, like the best top artist names, even though they have no idea this place is going to be a thing. They're going to have rooms and spaces and exhibits inside.
Oh yeah.
But meanwhile, she's just talking out the ass.
And here's one of my favorite details of this whole ADF thing, right? So Christo, the artist that wrapped the Reichstag, was apparently going to wrap the building for the opening. And if people don't know or don't remember, it's like this guy basically put a giant white tablecloth or silk thing or whatever over a building and just unveiled it. And that's art.
And I'm just mad I didn't think of it first.
Yeah, no shit.
I mean, come on. There's like Jackson Pollock's out there.
Yes.
It's like, really,
Yes.
this guy just threw paint at a thing and people are like, $1 billion. It's like, oh, okay.
I don't understand art, so I would never
Nope,
be invited
same.
to the ADF because I'm not a serious art person.
I understand some. Like, abstract is definitely hard for me to wrap my head around.
No.
I just like landscapes, dude. I'm just a simple.
Yeah, but that's what I say.
landscape guy.
Like, oil
I'm
paintings,
a simple guy,
landscapes, like,
too. Yeah.
I love Van Gogh. Like,
Oh,
I
dude,
get
going
that.
to the
yeah.
Van Gogh Museum
Yeah.
and seeing like real Van Goghs, and then at the Rijksmuseum in Amsterdam and seeing Monet and stuff like that was breathtaking.
Yeah, like, I get all that shit.
Yeah, 100. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, he was gonna allegedly wrap this building, but did not. But the proposed location for the ADF was Church Missions House at 281 Park Avenue South, and this is a 6-story Flemish Renaissance building, and it's just a beautiful piece of architecture. Like, you guys should just
It
give it a
is.
Google.
It
For
is.
real.
I should post it. I'll post it on Instagram.
Yeah, it's just breathtaking architecture, and it's in Gramercy Park, and owned by developer AB Roskins, PFR Holdings. So shout outs to that person because that's a super dope piece of property. And the building itself later would be listed for 135 million.
Chump change.
Yeah, pocket change, right? But here's the thing. The foundation wasn't vanity. It was the mechanism. It gave her legitimate sounding reason to meet bankers and real estate developers and art world figures, just like Lee said earlier. Like, you're pitching the best, like, okay, Lee, you're a really high up Michelin star fucking restaurateur. So I'm going to pitch you the greatest aspects of my restaurant foundation thing
Yeah.
just to get your money. So you're targeting people essentially.
Yeah. And she's spent the last, like, year or so in New York, like, curating these relationships. Like, she does know these chefs, and she has, like, floated the idea of, like, wouldn't it be cool to have, like, a place like this? So, like, she's kind of getting them to be like, oh, that's a good idea, without having them be like, I would like to do that with you.
Yeah. So she's just planting the idea and everything like that.
But then she's running to an investor and being like, oh, I got Sven, the artist, on board. He said he loves this idea. So I'm like, okay, here's $1 million.
Yeah. And just like you said, like, each person is like a stepping stone to another person, and it's like one person opens a door to another person. So when this big investment company called Fortress Investment Group ran her financials, her brochure for the ADF was already sitting on the conference table because, like, somebody else had brought it to them.
Yep. That's what I mean. So she's really good at spreading it out, and like she made herself a presence.
Yeah.
Delvey was no one, and then all of a sudden Anna Delvey is everywhere, and somehow everyone knows someone who knows Anna Delvey.
Yeah,
Well,
she
she's
just had this
making that-
mysterious vibe.
Social circuit. Then you start getting invited to all the right parties and running into the right
Yep.
people.
Yeah, Anna's entry into the upper circles of Manhattan pretty much followed a deliberate pattern, and social scientists would later describe it as an information cascade. That's insane that you have a social scientist looking at the con that you ran.
Yeah, every person that we cover this month definitely should or has had that happen.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
She's fascinating. I think also at the time, like we had mentioned, like there's not a lot of social media yet.
Yeah.
Like it's very much pictures of like vodka glasses at like a fancy club. It's not really like the selfie culture yet. It's not like a full out influencer culture,
Right. Oh, I miss those days.
but she is becoming like an offline influencer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking ass.
It's absolutely wild. And so she cultivates a small number of high status gatekeepers. So like, yeah, people that would, oh, cool, this person, cool. Now you have access to this other person and their influence and stuff. And once they accepted her, their acceptance became pretty much the credentials that she needed to reach another person. And she didn't have any independent verification required. It was just all, oh, hey, do you know this Anna Delvey person? She's trying to do this. I'll give you her contact info, and then boom, that's another stepping stone.
Yup.
Basically, her Purple magazine connections opened the first doors, though, because they were a serious fashion and culture magazine in France. Editor-in-chief Olivier Zahn and nightclub owner Andre Sareva provided early social proof in the art of fashion world. It's not a bad stepping stone to get your jump. From there, she moved through the scene as though she already belonged. So she was doing the dance of the rich people. She befriended Chinese art collector Michel Shufuang, probably butchered that, who brought her to the 2015 Venice Biennale at his own expense. So she didn't pay for nothing. He was just like, hey, come, enjoy this, blah, blah, blah. She attended Art Basel in Miami Beach. She socialized with Martin Scarell, another artist. Scarelli, yeah.
Scarelli.
Is that an artist? Or is that like a bad person?
I was thinking of the pharmacy guy. Never mind. In
It
my
is the
head.
farmer bro. It is
Oh,
Who's the
that's
farmer
what it
bro?
Oh,
The dude
what a
who, like,
jerk.
sold drugs for like exorbitant amounts of money.
The basically
Oh,
could be made
that
for-
dude.
Made for pennies,
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck that dude.
essentially.
Martin
did, like,
Scarelli
400
is a
and
pharmaceutical
500%.
executive and former hedge fund manager who was sentenced to 7 years in prison for securities fraud and conspiracy. He's also known for raising the prices of prescription drugs after acquiring the rights.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
farmer
yeah.
jerk.
Yep.
She socialized with Martin Scarelli, a fucking real douchebag. And she received architectural consultation from Gabriel Caltrava, and he was the son of Santiago Caltrava, and discussed the ADF with Nobu co-founder Richie Noder and hotelier Andre Balaz. So like she's already rubbing shoulders trying to get the ADF off the ground, but there is no ADF to get off the ground. And her
I also have
boyfriend.
to point out.
Yeah,
I want
go.
to point out that Scarelli is also the jerk that bought that unreleased Wu-Tang album
Yes.
Oh, fuck him!
and then
I
was
forgot
going to
that.
hoard it, but he had to give it up. Like they,
Yep.
like in the court stuff, they ended up making him give it up. But like, yeah, can you really?
Yeah.
The Wu is for the children, man. What are you doing?
Yeah, man,
Yeah,
you
he
don't fuck with
sucks.
Wu Tang like that.
He just sucks.
Her boyfriend at the time, from roughly around 2014 to 2016, was Hunter Soik. And this guy was like a TED Talk speaker and tech entrepreneur. Do they even do TED Talks anymore? Is that a thing still?
Oh yeah,
Oh, really?
absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I watch a lot of them.
Oh, shit. Anyway, he was profiled by the New Yorker, and dating him wasn't incidental. It was basically table stakes. Like, she needed him and his money, and she was burning through his tech money at the time because he was trying to build an app.
He was very like mindset focused on like tech and app stuff.
Yeah.
But she knew how to talk to people, as where like he just thought he can say like, I have a good app. It does great things.
Yeah.
And like they don't give a shit. Like people that are investing they want to know like what's gonna be my return on investment, like how
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And she was able to tell these people that.
She would jump in and be like, I understand your app is good, but like blah 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 blah, and then they would be like, oh, okay, that's money.
Yeah, so they
Hate her.
Yeah, she's the worst. But she, like we said earlier, she didn't rent apartments. She lived and essentially in hotels. And pretty much that says, I don't need to settle down because my money's always been here. And she stayed at the Standard High Line intermittently from 14 to 16. And on February 18th of 2017, she checked into 11 Howard in Soho. And that place is $400 a night. Well, it was at that time. And she stayed 3 months, roughly about, and ran up about a $30,000 hotel bill, which is insane. Like, I do like room service one time at my hotel. I'm like, that's it. I'm fucking forever broke.
Yeah, really.
And at 11 Howard, she befriended concierge Nefertiti, also known as Neff Davis, and this is why she was tipping her hundreds every time, basically, and spending hours at the front desk in genuine conversations with Neff. Because Neff became one of her closest friends at one point, and one of the few people who remained loyal even after Anna got arrested, which is wild, but it also makes sense later on.
Yeah, but it also, like I pointed out, is that like when I go to these hotels, I'm way closer to the help than I am anyone else in these places. It is also very, I guess, semi-important to point out part of the reason why like someone like this, especially who's conning, stays at a hotel versus buys a luxury property. The properties these people buy have to be fully staffed.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to pay that staff. If you have a hotel, the hotel's paying the staff. Your sheets are getting taken care of. Your meals are getting taken care of. Housekeeping, room cleaning, all that shit's taken care of. If she bought a house, she's now responsible for signing checks for all those people, landscapers and shit. No one would have ever got paid, and she would have been out super.
She would have found. She would have been found out so much faster.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's a highly strategic move.
Yeah.
And it's strategic that she's befriending these people with $100 bills because, like I said, they need the money. And if you're buying off the people that are probably somewhat disgruntled and unhappy with the everyday people they're serving, she's now making like genuine relationships with like people like Neff. She's hanging out at the front desk, catching all the goss, finding out what's going on in room 224. And she was so friendly with her, like, at the end of all this nonsense and all the people that she scammed, Neff stayed 10 toes down with her and was like, I'm mad at Anna for scamming the woman Rachel we'll get to talk about in a little bit, but she doesn't feel bad for Rachel.
Oh, yeah, no, and I totally see why, in a sense.
Well, we have to point out that there are victims in this, but these victims aren't our normal victims that garner immense sympaty. A lot of these people
going to be in the gutter or anything.
Yeah, no, I'm going to say this right now. So. Eat the rich.
Yes. And a lot of these people that she did scam have enough insurances and enough connections that they got reimbursed fully, as where like we would be fighting with American Express to give me like 3% of the fraud back.
Right.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Thanks, fraud protection.
Yeah, fuck you.
All right. In February of 2016, at a Soho nightclub called Happy Ending, that's a pretty good name for a nightclub, I'd say, Anna met Rachel, that we just spoke about. And Rachel was a photo editor at Vanity Fair at the time. Rachel was a middle class, genuinely employed, and the daughter of 2 clinical psychologists in Knoxville, Tennessee. So she was pretty well off, but still working, like working class girl.
Right.
We should also point out, like, this is New York City.
Yeah.
So even if you have this great executive job, you're still a 40-plus hour worker, grinding away, subways, taxis. Like, it takes a lot of work to stay on top of Manhattan.
Oh, I'll take your word for it.
I never did it. I just don't. I know I could never do it. That's
No. But what's cool, though, is some of Rachel's work was like she had shot Jennifer Lawrence, Emma Stone, Bruce Springsteen. Like, that's pretty good catalog for your portfolio.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
And she earned a respectable journalist salary because she was just that high profile. So Anna, being Anna, cultivated this friendship methodically, like 100%. She took Rachel to dinner, and it's this place called Le Cuckoo. Sounds super fancy, right? And paid for infrared sauna sessions, workouts with celebrity trainer Casey Duke, and Duke's clients include Denzel Washington and Lenny Kravitz. Now, if this dude can give me abs like Lenny Kravitz, I would definitely do workouts with him.
He's a vampire trainer.
Yes.
Yo, fucking sign me up. And basically just love bombed her with like all this generosity.
Yep.
And slowly gaining her trust and like, oh, okay, no, like, I'll get it, blah, blah, blah. And it created this slow building obligation, right? Williams comes to understand the friendship as reciprocal, and in reality, it wasn't at all. So this is methodical, like, I'm going to lure you in with all these gifts and things that I'm going to do for you, and have you in my pocket. Now, let's walk through some of these actual schemes, right? We've been talking about her stuff, but let's walk through how this is going to play out.
So much money.
Yeah, it's so much
I know.
money. It makes no sense, and it just makes me sick. In November 2016, Anna submitted a formal loan application to City National Bank, and she requested a measly sum of $22 million. Just pocket change for rich folks, right?
Yeah, just need to get my foundation off the ground.
Yeah, I just need a cool 22 mil. No big. You got this, right? What she did, though, she attached her fabricated bank statements showing the 60 million euros in the Swiss banks, also providing the fake AOL email for Mr. Peter Hinnicky as her business contact. So it's already shady, but we already know the facts. That's why it sounds shady. But to these people, they're like, oh, yeah, no, cool, got it. You seem legit. So City National's due diligence team couldn't verify the Swiss assets. Surprise, because they don't exist! Can't verify something that doesn't exist.
Exactly.
And... Oh, did you just delete something?
Oh, I think I just might hit enter.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh.
I think I don't think I was right.
Okay. So, yeah. The loan was denied, obviously, because they couldn't verify the Swiss things. She was acquitted on the attempted grand larceny charge related to the application because the jury agreed that the bank caught the fraud before money changed hands. So I can understand that. Like, no money technically changed hands, but she attempted it anyway.
Yeah,
I
which we
feel
would be
like-
charged with.
Oh, 100%
Yeah.
we'd be charged with.
I feel like, yeah, you're going to be made an example of, or they're just going to be like, hey, like, the attempt is the crime.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so laughable to even have the cojones really to even get an appointment at the bank to do, because how do you not think that they're gonna even just pick up the phone and call UBS, where they, I'm sure, have hundreds of clients at their bank that, because a lot of super rich people we know use UBS.
Yeah.
So this is a thing. How does she think that she can just slap a logo on a Word document and walk in?
The confidence.
You never
That's
know
what I
until
mean,
you
but
try.
It's just so clumsy,
Audacity.
really.
And in Manhattan, it's just, I could picture this working like if she went to some like smaller place that doesn't deal with like German heiresses. Like, New York is flooded with people who have like Swiss bank accounts and money
Yeah,
and all
exactly.
over the place. Like, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, because they were born into that. They didn't have to invent some fake persona.
Yeah.
All right. So after City National's denial of the loan, Anna targets Fortress Investment Group that we talked about earlier, and she still is wanting $22 million. Like, if it was me, I would have changed the number just slightly.
Nope, that's what she needs.
Uh-huh. So Fortress agreed to consider it if she deposited $100,000 for due diligence costs, which was allegedly standard practice. I don't know. I'm not a rich person that needs Fortress or Vanguard or any of these Rothschilds' own fucking secret banks. On January 12th, 2017, she persuaded City National Representative, the bank that denied her, to grant her a temporary $100,000 overdraft, claiming that it would take too long to liquidate German assets.
So crazy.
Like, who says that?
That's just words. That's
That's
a
just
bunch of
words.
words.
But the words worked, and
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
the person was just like, yeah, you know what? You're right. It's going to take too long.
Actually,
Let me make your life easier right now and just give you a loan. For,
Yeah, because you know what?
100
I
grand.
actually don't know about German assets. It could take a while to liquidate, so here's your overdraft.
Yeah.
What she did with that overdraft was instantly wire it to Fortress to make it look like to keep the con going. Now, yeah, we already talked about that. Fortress's bank managing director, Dennis Onabanjo. I love this guy's last name.
On the banjo?
Onabanjo. This
On
man
a banjo.
definitely owns a banjo.
Or several.
Probably. Anyway, he grew suspicious with her when her passport listed a Russian birthplace instead of German. Now, obviously, this was inconsistent with her little German heiress narrative, right? When Fortress proposed flying to Switzerland to verify her assets in person, she instantly was like, you know what? I actually don't need your money anymore. My German assets liquidated. I have $22 million now, so get fucked. What Fortress did, though, they returned $55,000 in unspent funds. Anna burned through it within a month, right? $800 on hair highlighting. I couldn't even imagine. One, because I'm bald, and two, even when I had hair, I just did box dye or just didn't dye it at all.
No. No.
She spent $400 on eyelash extensions. I don't understand.
Don't get it either, hey, man.
Designer clothes, hotel stays, and she, spoiler alert, never repaid the $100,000 overdraft to City National. This, though, became one of her key convictions.
Gotta pay back money.
Yeah, it's messed up there for sure. So at trial, Onabanjo,
On a banjo.
Basho, the Fortress managing director, evaluating the $22 million loan application, was confronted with 153 flirtatious text messages he had sent Sorokin during the whole process.
Oh, he sent her a
working
dick
together.
pic.
You up?
You up?
You out?
Come through?
Yeah.
So the defense used this to question the bank's own due diligence standards, and it raises the question that we keep coming back to with these con artists. Does the con only work when the target wants to believe it? Yes.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Like, this dude wanted some German heiress.
Yes.
Yeah. And if
Yeah.
you just gotta finagle one of those cogs in the big machine, and they just start opening doors for you.
Yeah, so he's the guy supposed to be verifying whether she was real or not, and to Switzerland.
Nobody.
It's just Chris Hansen enters the room. Sir, can you have a seat? We have the transcripts.
I have 153 texts
Yeah.
and one
You
suspicious picture.
said, Sorkin, you want a Borkin? What does that mean, sir?
No, I was just asking if she wanted some of this pork loin. I mean, my dick. I mean, I'm so sorry.
I just wanted to make sure she was safe.
This is No.
It was all about the money. I swear, I was doing my due diligence.
Oh, that word, yeah.
All right, so that's how she got $100,000 out of City National. But she wasn't slowing down. She was ramping up.
Sorry, everybody's ears.
Sorry, I just get very excited. April 2017, Anna deposited $160,000 in fraudulent checks into Citibank, and then withdrew 70 of it before the checks bounced.
Don't do this, people.
Yeah, please don't. I don't think you could do this anymore, but please don't do
there,
this.
There was.
There was like a
recent
Oh yeah,
bank
yeah.
had a big thing where people thought this was some great new trick. It's like no.
And then you'll just get hit with, you have to
Do
pay
not
us
do
this
this.
money back now because now you are a felon.
Correct.
Oh
There
yeah,
will
no,
be
you get
charges.
fed with like the FDA
Federal.
coming to your fucking house.
Yeah. Yeah. It's bad.
She wired around $30,000 to 11 Howard to partially cover her ever-mounting hotel bill, and she was convicted on this count and ordered to pay $70,000 in restitution. Crime doesn't pay, peeps. You have to
No.
pay more for the crime.
I mean, at least for her.
Yeah. And her hotel-based theft of services covered 4 properties, right? So we already said 11 Howard. That was approximately $30,000 paid by the Citibank fake funds that I just talked about. The Beekman Hotel, she ran up a bill in 2017 that totaled almost $12,000. And this was accumulated over 20 days because she was evicted after repeated broken promises to pay. Like, oh no, the money's tied up. I'm trying to liquidate my German assets, blah, 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 blah. The W New York downtown, she had a bill for $503 over 2 days. I feel like that's not terrible. Like,
That's like just 2 nights in the hotel.
yeah, 2 nights at a hotel now. Like, what the fuck? The Bowery Hotel, she submitted forged Dutchy Bank wire transfer receipts to avoid paying at all. So it's like, oh, here's my fake wire receipt. The money's coming. It's on the wire. It's in the cloud.
She just runs away.
And then she just scurries away. Didn't you stay at one of these hotels before?
I stayed at the W when, I mean, this was
Years and
it
years
had to
ago.
be before it had to be before 2004. It had to be in the 90s, let's say.
Oh, okay. In the 1900s.
Yeah, because I was with not my ex-girlfriend, the girl I was with before that.
Oh, man.
One night, like my anniversary thing was like to take her and like let her stay in Manhattan so she
Yeah.
didn't have to like take the train from Hicksville. But
See, look at you. Such a nice dude.
yeah, I don't fucking broke ass motherfucker after that.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I guarantee there were multiple things I was delinquent on because of that.
I feel like we've all been there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know. I definitely like insurance lapsed. There was all kinds of shit.
You know what? I don't need car insurance for 3 months. I'm good. I had
You know, it might
one
have been
good night.
Might have been the beginning of all my problems.
Should have invented a fake persona.
Yep.
In May of 2017, Anna charts this round trip private flight to Omaha, of all places. And I didn't know that this was a thing because obviously, I'm not ultra wealthy. Omaha has the Berkshire Hathaway annual meeting, right?
Yep.
So she books this private flight through Blade Air Mobility, and this one flight costs $35,000.
That's ridiculous.
Absolutely insane. And the Berkshire Hathaway meeting is basically where 40,000 shareholders show up, watch a 93-year-old dude eat ice cream, and talk about compound interest. I feel like this would be just a simple Zoom call. Why is this guy
Correct.
eating ice cream? Like, is this part of the thing? Does he need to be eating ice cream? Or can we just talk about compound interest, please?
Secret grinder meetups is why these things are put together. So all these guys can go on grinder away from their wives.
Oh, 100%.
Dear Lord.
It's facts.
Facts. It really
Nobody
is. It's sad.
just normal anymore.
No.
Hey, here's the thing. It'd be completely normal and acceptable just don't be married and
That's what I mean.
Yeah, like
It's like, seriously.
Yeah, don't be married, and then don't sit there and be like, oh no, this is so wrong. But then you go to Berkshire Hathaway in Omaha, and you're like, yo, Grinder, what's up?
yeah, we're gonna spend billions of dollars to not get that bill to pass because we don't like gays.
Bingo.
It's not gay if we don't lock eyes.
But I'm married to a woman, and I don't like it.
And I don't like it.
These people, I swear.
Anyway, Anna provided Blade with another forged Deutsche Bank wire transfer confirmation. Same thing she did with that hotel. And she claimed to personally know CEO Robert Wessenthal. He told investigators later he had no idea who this broad was, which makes sense because, like, he doesn't know her.
No, yeah, she's just saying names now.
So Blade filed a police report in 2017, and she was convicted of that. So now May 2017 rolls around. Anna invites Rachel, Casey Duke, and a videographer named Jesse Hawk to Marrakesh. And this was described as an all-expenses-paid content production trip for the Anna Delvey Foundation, which checks out if you're an actual rich person trying to build up your social media thing for your foundation, right? So what she does is she booked a $7,000 per night private riad at La Mamuna, 3 bedrooms, private pool, and a dedicated butler. Like, that's insane. Once in Morocco, though, Anna's credit cards mysteriously stopped working. Surprise.
Yeah, they do that when you don't pay them.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. And what did she do? She blamed hotel staff instantly. One employee was even fired over it.
See,
That's crazy.
what are we doing? Yeah.
For the long con. This poor person.
Uh,
Now, what Anna does next is just fucked up. So she turns to Rachel, asked her to use her personal credit card as a temporary backup while the wire transfers cleared. Obviously, Rachel is thousands of miles from home. She's not in her element because, like, she's not used to this kind of stuff. And she's feeling a lot of the social pressure. Basically hands over both her personal card and the Vanity Fair corporate card.
don't ever do this, people.
Do not
Yeah.
give
Ever.
your corporate card to nobody.
So I
don't-
understand where you feel pressure.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yes.
you used the amenities, you stayed in the room, you ate the food, but you didn't sign any of that shit. So it's not your. You could walk away, get on the plane, go home. And they can't call your ass. They call Anna. So
Yep.
don't.
And I can understand how she would fall. I mean, because she's been wined and dined.
Yeah, I was
so
just about
by
to say
her.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so she probably. So I could see for sure falling for it on the personal credit card, but for heaven's sakes, people, unless it's to like keep yourself out of a Russian prison, do not give them your corporate card ever.
And then even the
Depends on
crazy
who your
thing is,
boss
if you did do that on your corporate card, you'd still probably get fired.
That's what I'm saying, yo. It depends on who
I
your
was
boss
just thinking
is. They-
American prison when you got back would be better than Russian or wherever, but you know, hey,
Hey, man.
I'm not surviving any prison.
No.
I'm not kidding.
I'm gonna go to a Swedish prison.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
a Swiss prison.
Yes, I watched that. I've seen that
Couple crepes
documentary.
for dinner.
Oh, yeah, man. Just
Yeah,
actual rehabilitation.
yeah, concept.
Psychologist and real shit. Yeah.
But the final bill for this whole Marrakesh thing exceeded 62 grand. Like, I would never be able to fathom
Crazy.
that on, like, a credit card.
So anyone out there who is like an adult and that has like a car or a big purchase item that like requires maintenance and upkeep, that is an insane thing to think that like on the spot you're just gonna fork up 62 grand. Like, so imagine that. Imagine you're driving your car and your transmission drops. You're gonna go in there and be like, oh, this is like what, 10 grand? You're gonna be looking in every way how to cover this shit, and you need it. This
Yep.
woman doesn't have to do this, and she's like, yeah, let me go to my work credit card Because where are you ever going to make up $62,000 and continue to do the rest of your shit?
Oh, you can't.
Yeah.
Because it was more than Rachel's net salary. Like every year. Like
Yeah.
this is more than what she makes a year.
That's
Yeah.
insanity. That's what I'm saying. Like the 62,000 is like a car. Like you might as well just get
Yeah.
2 new cars.
Yeah, might as well say fuck it.
A new one and a used one, maybe in this day and age. But still,
But what Anna did though, she sent Rachel $5,000 via PayPal just to be like, oh hey, no, here some of it came through. I'm paying you. I'll pay it off in chunks, right? Then she strung her along with forged wire transfer receipts. The same fucking thing that she's been doing to these everybody else. Fake proof that more was coming, and it never did, obviously. And at trial, this was the most emotionally charged episode, and Rachel broke down on the stand, which makes sense. Like, that's a lot of pressure. You're getting testify, like, you're getting grilled, and then you just break down too. Yeah, it's absolutely insane. And then when the jury acquitted Anna on the Morocco-related, like, charge, like, they just acquitted her of it.
Yeah.
it's a weird. You're in a weird place. It's a gift. You got a gift from a friend who decided to voluntarily give you money.
Yeah.
I can't be mad at the jury. I mean, you have to follow the law and keep the. I mean, it's basically just a moral issue between a friend.
Yeah.
And so the jury does find some ambiguity in whether Williams had voluntarily assumed responsibility, like Lee said, for the charges, because technically that's exactly what she did, whether she meant to or not.
Yeah.
And the legal question is whether that was theft or whether Williams consented to cover the charges even under social pressure, which is never going to be an excuse in a courtroom, or highly unlikely. I would say never, but the jury clearly had their doubts. I'm sure they probably wanted to, because Anna's a horrible person, and they probably wanted to just tack this on too. But I can see where legally they couldn't do that, because, like I said, all Rachel had to do was walk away. And say, yeah, no, you're the heiress, not me.
Yeah, no, I didn't
you
sign
figure
nothing.
it out. Exactly.
I can go rent us a room at the Motel 6. I can
Correct.
do that. So
I can help us in that way.
There we
There
go.
will
We
be
got
no
McDonald's
butler,
for dinner.
but yes. So the jury, so she doesn't get acquitted on or convicted on those charges. And this is exactly why we said earlier, Neff said that she doesn't feel bad for Rachel. There, of course, are people who see Williams as a straightforward victim who essentially ends up helping to capture a criminal. And there are people who point out she went on to earn over $300,000 from book and media deals as a result of this happening to her.
Yeah, that's why we said she's a victim, but don't feel so bad for her.
Nope. Sympathy.
Things worked out
revoked.
in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were sympathetic for a few seconds, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
you're wealthy again.
You clearly aren't having to work now. And by this point, threads were already converging, right? So by mid-2017, multiple independent threads were converging on Anna. Hotels were reporting unpaid bills to the Manhattan District Attorney. Citibank had flagged a bunch of fraudulent check activity. Fortress had filed a suspicious activity report. Blade Air filed a police report, like I said, in 2017. And Rachel had gone to the Manhattan DA pretty much right after the Morocco incident and connected through, and how she got there was like connected through a Vanity Fair coworker. The case was built essentially by Manhattan's DA Financial Frauds Bureau under District Attorney Cyrus R. Vance Jr. This was led by prosecutors ADA Catherine McCaw and ADA Keegan Mary Mays Williams. Jesus Christ, that's a long name.
Mary Mays Williams.
And NYPD officer Michael McCaffrey served as the primary investigator for all of this. In July of 2017, Anna was first arrested on a misdemeanor theft of services charged at Lee Parker Meridian after she couldn't pay a lunch bill. Like, that's embarrassing.
Ooh, yeah.
Pretty embarrassing.
I mean, it's not embarrassing if you haven't been scamming people for millions.
I mean,
Well,
also
yeah.
true, yeah.
Yeah, because
Like, someone would be like, oh, okay, here, I'll pay for your lunch, no problem.
Yeah, no, I got you, but no, you've been scamming people left and right.
And pretending to be like... can't buy
She
lunch.
was arraigned and released, then missed a September court date and fled to Cali. So McAfee recruited Rachel to help locate her, and through text messages, Rachel extracted that Anna was in Passages, Malibu, and that's a luxury rehab facility that runs about $60,000 a month.
How?
Just don't understand. Even on the run, she just wasn't slumming it. She refused to like stay at Motel 6. So McAfee arranged for Rachel to invite Anna to lunch at Jones on 3rd in LA. And on the morning of October 3rd, 2017, as Anna was leaving the facility expecting this casual lunch, LAPD officers pretty much just swoop in, arrest her, and just like bounce. So McAfee called Rachel at 9:18 in the morning. They got her, is what he told her. That was it. Rachel had been sending decoy texts pretending like she was running late, like, oh no, we're gonna flat tire, oh no, my fish died, or some crazy whatever. Anna was extradited, sent back to New York, transferred to Rikers Island.
would have loved to, and even though I know it was brief, but I would love to know how that went.
Not well.
Oh yeah, no, I'm about to tell you how that went. She was held without bail for 19 months, so she was at Rikers for over a year.
Nope.
And through that 19 months, she accumulated 13 disciplinary infractions, including fighting, and spent periods in solitary. So, like, she was just on one.
Wow.
She's a horrible, irritating person.
Exactly.
Can't imagine the people just not wanting to beat the shit out of her by
Yeah.
proxy.
I'm surprised she didn't get shanked. Just because of that mouth of hers.
Yeah, really.
So later, a grand jury indicted her on October 26th of 2017. The trial opened on March 27th, 2019 in New York State Supreme Court before Justice Diane Keisel. And Anna had rejected a plea deal of 3 to 9 years in 2018. Like, I would have taken that deal.
Yeah.
But she's
Considering
still
that you
out
would've
here
probably got at
calculating
least-
how to run the
Yeah.
con.
She probably still thinks, she can talk her way out of it.
Yeah, you probably would have got at least a year of time served, too.
Yo, she probably would have got away with it if it wasn't for those meddling kids.
But 3, so if you do a year time served, and you can do good behavior, you could potentially be out in 3 years. Like her.
Yeah. Like, that's
In
easy
another
peasy.
2.5 years, she could have been walking, maybe.
Yeah. But I don't think she would have got out on good behavior.
No.
No. She did, though. She faced 10 counts, 2 attempted grand larceny in the first degree, 3 of grand larceny in the second degree, 1 of grand larceny in the third degree, and 4 misdemeanor counts of theft of services. Her defense attorney was Todd Spodek. This guy. And here's where it gets a little more theatrical than it already has been. Both lead prosecutor ADA Catherine McCaw and Spodek made opening statements referencing Frank Sinatra's New York, New York. Spodek's strategy was audacious, to say the least, and he portrayed Anna not as a criminal, but as a dreamer who, quote-unquote, created the life she wanted for herself. Isn't that what we're all trying to do without being con people?
Pretty much.
Basically, yeah.
So that's not really a great opening statement or whatever. And always intended for her to repay her debts. This bitch never intended to repay nobody.
No.
And the key evidence included her Google search for, remember this from earlier, create fake untraceable email. Pretty much on the nose. And the word fabricated bank statements with the pasted UBS logos all over it. An exuberant amount of forged wire transfer confirmations, extensive text records, plus 153 spicy text messages from Fortress Guy, and the 80-page ADF brochure, Rachel broke down crying on the stand, like we said earlier, and she says, "This is the most traumatic thing I have ever been through."
Well, that's not that bad then. A little lawsuit and some fraud is the you were robbed for a little money you made back tenfold. Screw you.
Boo fucking who.
Yeah, and honestly, with all of that nonsense going on in the courtroom and all those charges, the most publicly discussed subplot of this entire thing was Anna's fashion. It sounds ridiculous, first of all.
No, 100% it's ridiculous.
You could be garnering any kind of attention from anyone interested in fashion while you were conning them, first of all.
Right.
But she insisted that Spodek hire Anastasia Walker, who was a former Glamour magazine staffer and celebrity stylist. She was to dress her for court. So Walker sourced her outfits from Michael Kors and Saint Laurent and Victoria Beckham, accessories, like oversized Celine glasses and a black choker necklace. They created an Instagram account called Anna Delvey's Court Looks and documented her daily outfits and accumulated roughly 10,000 followers before the verdict.
It's absolutely insane.
Damn, how do you follow like that? Shit.
Also, who is this chick to just be like, I demand you hire this person to dress me? Be like, no, bitch, you're going to be in there in orange.
Yep. And if you think that's bad, on at least one occasion, Sorokin refused to enter the courtroom because she disliked the available clothing.
I remember that episode, that part in that episode. She's just basically sitting in like that little cell waiting, and she's just like throwing a temper tantrum like a child. She's like, absolutely not. I'm not going out there in this paper bag of a fucking whatever.
That's nuts. Justice Kessel asked impatiently, another clothing issue? At that point, yo, I'm ripping her out and yo, bailiff, go get this chick.
Yo, be like, yo, I am a Supreme Court judge. You will appear before me in napkins if I have to.
Yep. And as vain as all of that is, that wasn't the sole purpose of this. This was strategic. It was her strategy that the courtroom looks reinforced the defense's narrative that this was a woman of taste and discernment, not a desperate fraudster. Bullshit.
Yeah, that wouldn't have worked for me.
Yeah, no.
She was still performing as Anna Delvey in the middle of her own trial about whether Anna Delvey was even real in the first place. Which everyone at the trial knew she wasn't, because if you're on trial, your real documents are in the hands of the court.
Yeah, weird, right?
Fucking A.
At this point, Anna was just not invented anymore. Like, she is now Anna Sorokin. She is no longer Anna Delvey. So this is what the verdict was. On April 25th, 2019, the jury returned its verdict guilty on 8 of the 10 accounts. She was acquitted on the attempted grand larceny charge related to the $22 million City National Bank loan. She was acquitted on the larceny charge stemming from the Morocco trip. So those are the 2 things that she wasn't charged for. At sentencing on May 9th of 2019, Justice Keisel delivered a memorable rebuke. Responding to Spodek's Sinatra references sprinkled out through this whole thing, she said that she had heard a different song during the trial, more like Blinded by the Light. Pretty fitting. She said that Anna was blinded by the glitz and glamour of New York City, driven by designer clothes, the champagne, the private jets, the boutique hotel experience, everything. And she acknowledged the ADF concept actually, and this is what she said herself. She said, actually sounded like a good addition to New York City had it been real. Which I kind of agree with her. Like, it would have been good, like, culturally.
And then we would have found out in 2026 what really went on there.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Exactly. It would have been in all of the files.
Good idea.
Like, oh, God, it started so pure and ended up so corrupt. Anyway, she was sentenced to 4 to 12 years in state prison, a $24,000 fine, $198,000 in restitution, $100,000 to City National, $70,000 to City Bank, and the remainder to Blade. Credit for 561 days had already been served at Rikers Island. Jesus Christ, lady. Anna served time at Bedford Hills Correctional Facility and later Albion Correctional Facility in upstate New York, where she began drawing, going back to her little art school, whatever. She was released on parole on February 11, 2021, after 3 years and 4 months, including pretrial detention. She checked into the Nomad Hotel and hired a German camera crew. So she's still trying to do this thing.
Oh, she doesn't stop.
She doesn't stop. 6 weeks later, March 25th, 2021, ICE detained her for overstaying her visa. As a German citizen, her visa had expired during her incarceration. Which, kind of like, if her visa expired while she was locked up, like, couldn't they send her back to Germany then? Or would she still have to just do the time since she was sentenced here in America?
I don't know what the
That part would make sense to me. But I thought that once you were released, it was an automatic one week Germany.
Somebody in the comments let us know.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I thought that's the way it used to be, but evidently not.
Right.
Or once again, somehow she skates by.
So, after that, she was held primarily in Orange County Correctional Facility in Goshen, New York. An immigration judge ruled she would have the ability and inclination to continue to commit fraudulent or dishonest acts. I 100% agree, which as grounds for detention is both accurate and slightly absurd, but I think it's 100% accurate. Some people might say it's absurd, so whatever. During the 19 months of ICE detention, Anna didn't stop. Her artwork was displayed at a Free Anna Delvey pop-up show in March 2022 and a solo show titled Allegedly. God, that's my favorite word, and now I hate it because it's so tied to her now. At a public hotel in May 2022, the collection valued at $400,000 to $500,000. Almost $500,000 fucking dollars.
I hate everyone.
I don't understand you people. She launched an NFT collection called Reinventing Anna in June of 2022, and we all know how NFTs have gone over.
Barely remember it.
What is that? I still don't even know what it is. I don't understand it.
I never understood it, to be clear.
And I don't want to understand it. Nope. Don't come at me in the comments. Actually, you know what? Come at me, because I'll still be ignorant, and I don't really give a fuck. So in June 2022, she joined an ACLU class action lawsuit against ICE over COVID-19 booster shot denials and appeared on Paris Hilton's podcast from an ICE detention cell.
Just go away.
Just go away, dude.
Go
like,
back
we all
to
know
Europe
that you're
and
a
start
shyster.
a new con over there.
Yeah.
She's so insufferable.
Yes. She was released from ICE custody October 7th of 2022 on a $10,000 bail bond with 24-hour home confinement and an ankle monitor. She moved into a very tiny 470 square foot East Village apartment at $4,200 a month and was barred from social media. I think more people should be barred from social media. Her restrictions lifted gradually, though, and her social media ban ended in August of 24. She received a social security number, and this was letting her legally work for the first time.
What are we doing?
Because that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, 100% that's what's going to happen. It's not going to happen. So in September of 24, she joined season 33 of Dancing with the Stars, partnered with professional dancer Ezra Sosa. She wore her ICE ankle monitor on stage, but she had it bedazzled to match all of her costumes.
This is what is wrong with society.
I was
One thing.
just gonna say
Yes!
the same thing.
Small thing right here.
It's just
Why
gonna
are
say
we
the same thing.
glamorizing
I don't
this?
know.
It makes no sense. But she was eliminated in the second week along Tori Spelling. When host Julian Ho asked what she would take from the experience, her one-word answer went viral. And she said, nothing.
There's no conscience.
Yeah, she's...
Or conscience, yeah.
She definitely does not have an inner monologue.
No. Well, it's
No,
telling her
she
very
might have
bad
an inner monologue.
things.
She just doesn't have any kind of moral compass.
Oh,
or
yeah.
empathy.
So here's my thing with her. All she really needed to do, she had the access, was to marry one of these legitimately wealthy people.
Or just use a little bit of the initial money she got for the right things and then go into a little bit of debt and build your actual empire and pay people back.
Yeah.
Well, see, yeah, I don't think she ever could.
I don't
do
think she
that.
could have. But
Yeah.
that
I just
was,
feel like she would have made an excellent trophy wife.
yeah.
Yeah.
And she could have had all of her
She's
fashion,
still out
gone
there,
to all the right
probably.
parties. I don't understand.
Oh, and the crazy
Flashing
thing is,
the
I'm
ring
sure there's
finger.
some rich dude out there that's like, please be my wife.
Oh, sure. I'm sure somebody, is bankrolling her as we speak. Yeah.
But late in February of last year, she got off house arrest and back in New York City. She still wears this ankle monitor. Her deportation case is still unresolved. And she also now co-runs a fashion PR firm called Outlaw Agency. Just literally just like big F you to
It's
everything.
so infuriating.
Who is hiring her?
Oh,
People like I watch podcasts and the podcast host like talk to her like she didn't do anything wrong.
yeah, I
and
saw
like
that.
they kiss her butt.
Yeah.
Like, oh, like she's an amazing power woman.
No.
It's really frustrating.
Yeah. So there's this publicist, and the publicist for Outlaw Agency, Kelly Catrone, hosts a podcast called The Anna Delvey Show. And there's also a documentary and a memoir in development. She modeled the New York Fashion Week. She even got to model at New York Fashion Week.
Oh yeah, she's
last
living
year.
her life like nothing happened. And that's, I think, again, this is the reason why we know about this for the first place, most of us, is from Inventing Anna and the Netflix special.
Yeah.
When you start there, it's an interesting story. But when you find out that whole thing is post or mid, like her awaiting trial and being found out,
Yeah.
it is absolutely infuriating. It's just the most uncomfortable thing you could think of. Well, like I said, she was on waiting for trial in Rikers, and that's when the journalist Jessica Pressler published the article in New York Magazine, The Cut, the title, "Maybe she had so much money, she just lost track of it."
Well, what?
Yep. So Pressler first heard of Sorokin while she was talking to a courthouse photographer while covering a separate story.
Mhm.
But, of course, this story was so fascinating. Within 2 weeks of publication, Netflix and Shondaland acquired Sorokin's life rights. She hadn't even been convicted yet, and she's making Netflix deals.
Oh, yeah.
So Netflix paid her $320,000 for her life story, and that revolted all of us.
Yes, yes, it did.
It resulted in Inventing Anna, which premiered in February. God, I hate this. She's got me talking in fashion language.
February.
February in February 11th, 2022. So Reams created and wrote it. Julia Garner played it. Anna Klumsky, who looks exactly like she did in My Girl. It's very to watch.
It's a little creepy. Yeah.
Yo, Julia Gardner killed it, though.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about that because I don't know her from a lot.
Dude, her in Ozark is phenomenal.
I never watched
Yeah,
Ozark,
Me either.
but I do want to talk about her because, yeah, she did a good job. Katie Lowes played Rachel Williams, and Laverne Cox played Casey Duke. Now, like you said, the biggest actress in this whole thing was Gardner, and her accent for Anna is the most grating thing on your nerves.
Oh, yeah.
You can listen to.
Yep.
So the voice and the accent is a hodgepodge of Russian, German, and American influencers, and it was so complicated and muddled that Garner called it her hardest accent she'd ever done.
I could see that.
Yeah.
So she said she had layered German like vocal fray over Russian undertones and then added American upspeak on top of it. And the result, like I said, is just a grating. It's so strange, and like viewers actually didn't believe it was real. Like when you listen to it, like you think like maybe they like doctored it or something or AI'd it, but
This is
her.
pre-AI.
Yeah, it is pretty high. But it's so obnoxious. It's
Oh,
the
yeah.
worst voice. And she did a good job. She fucking
Yeah.
nailed it. That's exactly what Anna actually sounds like. The series logged over 0.92 million hours viewed in the first 28 days. So it's February, so it's probably the month of February. That's crazy.
Yeah. Nobody
Just-
had nothing else better to do or watch.
So I guess the response was divided. Rolling Stone called it an overly long muddle, which I kind of agree with. But they considered Garner's performance to be near universally perfect, and everyone praised her, like I said. That whole series, she talks with that whole accent, and every time she opens her mouth, you just want to close it.
I will karate chop you
Yeah.
in the throat.
Good news, bad news. The New York Attorney General froze her Netflix payment under the Son of Sam law, which prohibits criminals from profiting off of their crimes.
Thank you.
Good thing, yes.
It kind of worked. After legal proceedings, $320,000 was allocated, and $199,000 was set to restitution. $24,000 was paid up in fines, and roughly $75,000 in attorney's fees. She walked away with approximately $22,000.
So she still walked away with a pretty good chunk of change.
And she's still making money off of
I
books
know.
and podcasts and interviews and all this shit.
Here
Like,
we
why
are
is
talking
she
about
allowed
her.
to keep that?
Yeah, so she basically paid off her debts with Netflix money that she scammed from people. Now, Rachel, the one that we all kind of don't feel bad for, but kind of feel bad for, she published a Vanity Fair article. It was called, "As an Added Bonus, She Paid for Everything," and released a book, My Friend Anna, The True Story of a Fake Heiress, on July of 19. It was a New York Times bestseller and earned her a $300,000 book deal with Simon & Schuster. So frustrating. These people just fall into money.
Yeah.
In August of 2022, Williams filed a defamation lawsuit against Netflix in Delaware's federal court, citing 16 allegations of defamation statements in Inventing Anna. She was the only character identified by her full real name, her real employer, her real alma mater, and she argued that the show portrayed her as a natural-born follower who freeloaded off of Anna.
She was definitely, yeah.
Again, it's so hard to judge because if you just met a person and thought they were your friend and they were like, "Oh, let's go to the Met Gala," and you're like, "Oh, okay, I don't have a dress." And like, "Oh, we got you a dress."
Like-
And,
Right. I don't blame her for just going along
Yeah.
with that.
No,
If
it's
somebody
hard
is like,
to like.
or you think someone is that wealthy, I mean, and your friend.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and you
I
think
mean,
like, yeah,
so
you think you're with.
I don't
Yeah,
follow
you got
that
it.
stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
In March of 2024, a judge denied Netflix's motion to dismiss. The lawsuit was eventually settled in 2025, with both parties paying their own legal fees. Williams remains divisive. Some viewers see her as a straightforward victim who helped capture a criminal. Others point out that she made $300,000 in a book deal.
I'm on that side of the fence.
I am too. I mean, girl, you got it back in spades, and
Yeah.
you know your photographer.
Right, and it really ends up as a cool story.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That doesn't exactly alienate you from photographing the people you're
Anything,
accustomed
yeah.
to.
Well, I bet you she doesn't have a corporate credit card no more.
Yeah,
That's
she should
probably
probably just
true,
say
yeah.
no, even if one's offered.
Well, and it's like Neff said, is like that she didn't feel bad for Rachel.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to feel bad. Like you said, like the worst thing that it is a bad story and she got for a hotel bill.
Yeah. But are we seeing a new archetype emerge out of this? Criminal to content creator?
I'm sure they're already active. I'm sure there's so many. I mean, I don't, and this is allegedly, but like Mr. Beast has all kinds of issues.
Oh,
with,
yeah.
like,
Ooh, yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess a better question is, can you garner that kind of actual influence genuinely from platforms like Instagram and Facebook. Like, you have to be lying about something. You're lying about what you're selling or producing, or whatever it may be. Like, something is not adding up if you're making that kind of money off of
somebody's being exploited somewhere.
influencing. Like, there are plenty of creators that are doing podcasts and research, that are doing normal, fine stuff, but the ones that are just like, I got like 17 products from Temu and I'm gonna try them out. Like, no, they're fucking just scam artists.
Yeah, 100%.
Fuck this bitch though, man.
Yo, she sucks so much. So yeah, we just pretty much said that she exploited everything. So do we really need to say what?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
But next week we have an Anne. We go back in time again, back to our comfortable
Back to
position
yesteryear.
in history. No fancy gizmos and gadgets and technology.
Nope, she still pulled it off.
Yup. Then, after that, our final con for the month is a man named Mick Gregor.
It's very imaginative name.
And he may be the only con man with a death toll in this month. So
Con
that'll
man
be
and
fun.
serial killer.
Mass murderer.
It's a horse apiece. It's a murder apiece.
Yeah, right?
Still bad news.
All right. Anyway, as always, thank you all for hanging out with us. This was a little bit of a long one. She did a lot of bad things. We had to make sure you knew about it. If you want to support us, you could buy us a coffee. If you want some merch, we have it on TeePublic. If you want to just say hi to us, comment below or hit us up on any of our social medias. If you want to be a guest or have a story to share, you can hit us up on
ssospodcast@gmail.com.
As of that, I'm going to say stay curious and stay strange. Bye.
This
Peace.
has been a strange static
Be careful for
media
German heiresses.
transmission. Follow this signal for more transmissions like this. Leave a comment. Rate it. The algorithm is primitive, but it listens. Support links are in the show notes. The Strangers remain operational, and I intend to keep it that way. If you have a case, or something that refuses to make sense, email the Strangers at ssospodcast@gmail.com. C4554NDR4. Returning to temporal static observation mode. Stay curious, Strangers.